Hi, people.
All right, we are finally live.
We're live, yeah.
On all platforms, including Steam.
Including Steam, yeah.
By the way, thank you, Steam, for doing something with the broadcasting system.
Yeah, we've been having problems.
Yay. Issues.
What?
Whee!
We're okay. We have
We're
feedback.
good. We're good.
We have feedback. Okay. Well.
So, guys, what's up? Hello.
What is up? Hi.
I am, and you are.
I am, and you are Christian.
I am Christian.
I am Stefan. Christian.
And Stephen.
Christian Stephen.
Yeah.
Hi.
We're two of the 7 devs of Bossgard.
Yeah, we're part of the Sand Sailor team.
Yeah.
Exactly.
And we're gonna do something new, and that means what? We're gonna talk about Bossgard and do a dev let's play.
Yeah.
And talk about early access and feedback and finally
everything. It's gonna be amazing.
It's gonna be awesome. It's huge. Yeah.
Anyway, so we're doing our own let's play.
Yeah, basically we're gonna describe the game for you, right? Yeah. And let you know how it's been so far with the early access, what feedback we got.
And this is especially aimed at our future buyers, people who might be interested in the game and would like to make a an informed decision on whether to.
We're making a case for you to buy Boss.
So it should be as clear as anything.
And it's gonna be on loop. We're gonna record this.
Yeah, we're recording this, and
it's gonna be on Steam, right?
And you can hear us over and over and over again saying this.
On our Steam broadcast.
On our Steam broadcast. Good. So, well,
let's start.
Off, we have this big question on our screen, and the question is, what is Bossgard? What is Bossgard? What is Bossgard?
Right.
Do the honors.
So Bossgard is a
no dabbing.
It's a game, right?
Game.
It's a multiplayer, asymmetrical, 5v1. But most importantly, it's a game where you can play as a boss.
The boss. You can play the boss.
Yeah.
You can play the boss. It's
so
a game.
If you look it up, there are not that many games that do that. And as far as I know, we are one of 2 games that let you play as a boss, and that's the core gameplay mechanic, like you being a boss.
Yeah, because we have a lot of people coming up to us and say, "Hey, Mr. Game Dev, other games let you play boss like Crawl, but it's different because
or Left 4 Dead, but
Left 4 Dead. Well, I mean, you have elements of playing the boss, but our game is about focused on this aspect. It's
there's only one other game that I know about, and that's Evolve, right?
Yeah, it's Evolve, and that has also been a comparison we've been getting a lot.
Yeah.
So yeah, it's a game where you can play the boss, and it's not playing the boss against the AI. You can play boss against your friends. Everybody is player controlled.
Yeah.
So
basically, what you have is a 5v1.
Yeah.
That can be played both locally or online, right?
Yeah.
And there's another cool feature that we have, and I think that's pretty unique as far as I know, is that we can let you go online with your couch.
Yeah, so we can take this couch right here, and we can launch it online, and we can play with other people.
Yeah.
And it's different from the usual pre-made matches you get in, I don't know, FPS shooters and stuff like that.
Yeah, I don't think there are couch games that let you take your couch online, right?
Yeah, and we can put our couch online. Couch. Right. Well, cheers to you.
All right, let's drink.
Good. Anyway.
So to sum it up, Bossgard is one of the few games where you can play as a boss against a team of 5 Vikings. And bosses, what kind of bosses?
Well, when you say boss, for me, the first characters that come to mind are, giant dragons, skeletons, demons, stuff like that. But
like Dark Souls, like
Dark Souls,
or maybe
Diablo, stuff like that. But we said no. We can do so much. We can do so much better. And we decided that bosses should be bread and plungers, and anything non-monstrous can be intimidating in our game.
Because can I quote, like I've gotten I've got an image from one of my friends in Korea.
Okay.
That it's a picture of something with that says everything is equal on the bread.
Yes. Okay.
So,
everything is equal under
including Vikings.
Including Vikings. Everything will be equal under the
bread.
Power of our bread. Right. So in our game, you get to control a boss, but it's not your usual boss. There are gonna be silly bosses, and we have this entire colorful, silly world for you.
Yeah, I mean we have we have the plunger.
Yeah, we have plunger, we have bread, we have
dice,
demonic dice. Lord of the Rings like fortress, and anyway.
Yeah, we have a lot of cool stuff, but the main focus was to make them as outrageous as possible.
Yeah,
because this is a game where we want that you have a lot of fun.
Yeah,
it's a game for having fun. It's not that focused on, I mean, numbers.
No,
pretty casual.
It's not gonna be focused on loot. It's not gonna be focused on
everything.
Numbers.
It's unlocked up front. You don't have to unlock anything, so you don't have to grind.
We want you to get in the game as early as possible, as easily as
accessible.
possible. Yeah, so you get the game, you get your friends, and that's it. You can play. No, oh wait, no, I gotta get to level 15 first because that's the part where the game really starts. No, it's like in some animes. It gets good after season 3. No, man, this game is straight up.
Yeah, go in, fight, have fun.
Yeah, good.
Fight again.
Besides talking, which we're very good at, we decided to we will go through the game step by step and show you what the full experience.
We're gonna do like a let's play.
It's a let's play. It's like we've never seen the game before. We jump straight into it and we'll give you a full tour. So be like a guide.
Yeah, maybe give you some hints on how to fight different bosses and what team composition you should try out to be successful or whatnot. At least as far as we know, right?
We didn't mention this, but we have 2 teams in the game, which might be obvious, might not be.
It's a 5v1, so
it's a 5v1, so you have 2 teams, and on one side you have the big boss, which we all know how it goes, and on the other side we have a team of 5 Vikings, and they're like a reference to usual raid parties, like how a party would normally function in an RPG. 5 characters, and they're all supposed to play different roles, but not in the traditional sense. And we'll show you what that means.
Yeah, I mean, we'll go through it.
Yeah.
So basically, it's a 5v1. You play the boss. You have another, the opposite party is made up of Vikings.
Yeah.
Each of them can have roles, like offensive or support.
Yeah.
And it can be played locally or online. Or you can do a mix where you can take your couch, like we're gonna show you a little bit later.
Yeah.
And go online, look for games, and play couch versus couch. We
call it couch versus couch.
All right, so I think that was the what is Bossgard kind of thing. I hope it makes sense because whenever we're asked about describing the game, and we say, okay, it's a boss fight, you play the boss, and it's a 5v1 asymmetrical, people go like,
it's like that, and we say not exactly, it's different.
Yeah, it's different because there's no other game, except Evolve. So think about Evolve, but
in a hack and slash way. It's like Evolve in
really cut to the chase.
People do that a lot. I mean, when they describe a game, they try to compare it to other games, and I think
that it's easy.
It's easy. So that would be the shortest comparison. It's like hack and slash Evolve.
Yeah, but without the chasing, right?
Yes, without the chasing.
It's arena based.
Yeah, so it's straight up combat.
You get to the end phase of Evolve, right? And just hack and slash. Okay. And that's it. With outrageous bosses and Vikings.
And without further ado, shall we introduce
Got a message
We got a
from
message. That it's a very specific message, and we shan't pass it on. Right?
What? We suck,
it's a
right?
grammar Nazi. We got a grammar Nazi message.
Okay.
The-
And what's
Okay. So, shall we start right up with the gameplay, or? Okay, first off, this is what's gonna happen now. We're gonna go through the game, and we'll try to show you as much of the game as possible. So when you ask yourself your question, should I buy Bossgard? You have a clear picture.
Yeah, bear in mind that this will go on and on
Yeah.
our Steam page, so you can like look at it. We're gonna also share the specific moments on our
Exactly, yeah.
an announcement.
So we'll have different key points in this
Yeah.
Let's Play, and you'll be able to find them in a guide.
We're making a guide.
We're making a guide, yeah. And it's fun because whatever it is we're saying now is gonna be on loop for a while. But
Yeah, so be gentle. Like if we do mistakes, remember that this is live. It's not pre-recorded, remastered, and
No.
edited and whatnot. So just
It's us in our studio, and we're
have
showing you
patience
our
with
game.
us. All right, so we're gonna do like the most basic let's play, and we're gonna start right with the interface.
And the first thing you see when you fire up Bossgard is, I hope it is. So welcome to our main menu.
Should we like?
Yeah, we'll all both grab a.
Let's start by saying that you can play Bossgard with both controller and mouse and keyboard.
Yeah. So you have full control. The game will automatically detect whether you have a keyboard and mouse connected or a gamepad.
Yeah.
The game
And
supports
it's gonna
up.
switch.
Yeah, it's gonna
between
switch,
them.
and the game supports up to 6 gamepads.
6 gamepads, yeah.
Or
this is,
keyboard and mouse plus
like
5
unusual for couch games. There are no other couch games that I know of that support up to 6 players. So
gamepads. Right.
you can combine them with the keyboard mouse.
Yeah.
So
you can have
basically,
1 and 5.
if you have 1 and 5. All right. Should we like? As you can see, we're not gonna go through the tutorial, right?
No, we're not gonna go through the tutorial, but if you get the game and
Yeah, please try the tutorial.
you can try
first.
the tutorial. Word to the wise, it's one of the few tutorials you might die in.
Yeah.
Because
To be honest,
yeah,
we don't like tutorials.
we don't
In
like
games.
tutorials very much, and we don't like hand holding.
Yeah, but we made like a decent tutorial that teaches you about basic moves, how to fight as a Viking, how to do basic attacks as a boss, abilities, rage attacks.
Exactly.
But we're gonna take you through the process, right?
Right. So let's say we just got a game. What do we do? So we're in the main menu. We can see all these buttons, and you can see a character that pops out on the left hand side of the screen. What would be the first thing you would do?
I don't know. I will go see the characters.
You want to see the characters? Okay. So this is one of our menus, and this is the menu in which you can go browse through the characters.
Find out something about them.
They all have a short, short story.
You can
or
do
short
this?
biography. Yeah, you can. You have turnarounds.
And
Anyway.
we're not gonna go through the bright colors thingies on the left.
No, we'll hold on that for later.
Yeah.
Anyway, back to the main menu. We just got a game. Let's play. First off, it's a multiplayer game, and it can be played both online and locally, and even locally online if you wanna send your couch on the web.
Should we like try online first?
We could try online first. Okay, so go into the menu, and this is the first thing you see when you go online. You have this menu, which can be maybe confusing at first.
And there's another hidden thing that you can.
More or less, you have this thing called private host, and what that does is if you look closely, you'll see it's linked to host and custom games. So these are.
I mean, join is looking for games online,
Yeah,
right?
exactly.
Hosting is creating games
Exactly.
that other players can join.
And when you create a game, maybe you want to host a game only for friends, or maybe friends who aren't really your friends on Steam anyway, and you need a password. And this is the part where you can set up a password and make sure only your friends know it.
Make sure you don't stream it like we do.
Yeah, if you're streaming your passwords, that might not be that effective.
I mean, let's do it. Let's like mess up a password.
Okay, so we have.
Let's do the
1, 2, 3, 4.
Yeah, hello world.
Hello world password. So we have a hello world password.
Yeah. So now you have another option that says game locked.
Oh yeah, you can lock it or unlock it.
So this is a private game. This is
a public
private,
game. Yeah, so it's public and private.
The thing is that you only ask you to set the password once.
Yeah. Afterwards,
and then use this one to unlock. Exactly. If you want to change the password,
go there, or you can actually change in the settings as well. You have a privacy menu.
Yeah, I think there's something here.
Here we go, privacy, and you can edit your password options here. Good. Anyway, so let's see. We can join a game, we can host a game, and we have this thing, a third thing called custom, which we'll get back to later. Anyway, first off,
let's see if someone is online.
Let's see if someone is online.
Oh, this is important.
This is our funky menu.
Couch versus couch.
Exactly. So what this menu asks you is how many people are on your couch. Yeah. And so for us, it's 2.
That means both of us are going to look for games online.
And why is the game asking how many out of 4? That's the number of gamepads we have hooked up, right?
No,
actually 3 gamepads and the keyboard and mouse.
The keyboard,
so the game detected 4 potential players, asked how many spots the game requires.
Yeah,
anyway,
it's pretty basic.
Yeah, 2 of us, and we're off.
Let's see if we can find something.
We don't have a match for now.
No matches.
No matches.
So no matches, no worries.
No worries.
We can host
In this case, you can host a game, and you can do the same thing. The same menu will pop up.
Yeah.
And you host a game, and this is the lobby. Welcome to the lobby. There's a lot of information, and it might be a bit confusing at first, but here's what you're getting. On the left-hand side, you have the Vikings, and these are the co-op players. And on the right side, you have the boss. So both teams are.
It's like we said, right? Vikings against Brad.
Oh, we have a player joining. Someone joined. Okay. So.
Okay. Cool stuff, man.
People are joining our game. That's awesome. Anyway.
If you can see in the middle, there are the wisps. Have you seen the wisps?
Yeah, you have the wisps.
Right.
What those represent?
Right between Ziggy and the bread.
The bosses and the Vikings. You have 2 dots of two wisps basically. Floating about. That means that you have 2 players who haven't joined any team yet. That means you have players, but they're still deciding.
The 2 of us.
There are 2 of us. We have 2 wisps.
Should we go like one of us? Okay, let's.
How about we host a custom game first? Maybe.
Yeah, but we have. Let's go one match.
Okay.
Let's go one match Vikings against an AI bread. So what else do you get here is the ghostly figures are AI, right?
Yeah, so if you join a game and you see these transparent characters, these are bots.
Yeah. Can I say hello to?
Yeah, you can. Can I do the same?
Yeah.
I haven't joined, so I'm gonna join boss. So and I'm
just say hello. Alright,
we're getting a hello back. This is the emote menu.
You can activate them by pressing down on the left trigger, and on the mouse is the wheel. Yeah. Press on the wheel and actually no. There's another cool thing happening. If you move the mouse, you see
it switches to keyboard and mouse.
Yeah, so it's V for emotes. Let's go like V. No. All right.
Anyway.
Doesn't matter.
Doesn't matter. Right. So you have all these different bosses you can choose from. We currently have 5 bosses. A few more are in the works as we speak.
You can find out about the information if you press
The game started because we have a cooldown.
Yeah, so there's a cooldown.
There's a cooldown, so you
That
don't have
messed
all
up
the time in the
our,
world to
yeah.
Anyway,
Right.
you can once you chose your you've chosen your character, you will be shown options. You'll be asked to choose between two maps. People vote. One of the maps gets chosen. What's does it matter which map pops up? Yes, it does, because each map has its own trap.
Yeah.
And these are
only boss activated.
Only
right?
boss activates the said traps. So each map adds basically a weapon to the boss's arsenal. And on this map, on this particular map, you have an extra minion.
Called the Mad Rabbit.
We called it a bunny.
The Bugged Rabbit.
We called it Bugged Bunny. Anyway, it's a bunny. So once you get in the game, you can see that it's very hectic. It's very chaotic. A lot of stuff is happening.
There are some blue thingies going on.
So there's
the
fighting,
spinning thingies
flying all over.
Let me place my turret just to show how.
Oh yeah.
Many things that can pop up at a certain moment on the screen. The boss did a rage there.
Okay.
We have a Viking that does resurrect. I mean, the best way I think is to like do a custom game where it's just the two of us and really go.
Yeah, maybe we'll do that afterwards.
Paces,
yeah,
right?
yeah. But for now,
I mean, I'm sorry for what's the name?
Kekanor.
Kekanor.
Okay.
But yeah, hopefully he or she will understand.
Kekanor, you just entered history right now as we speak, because
you're gonna be alive on our Steam
you'll be forever part of our Let's Play, and everybody will learn of your name.
Yeah.
Right. So I'm playing boss. I'm playing the big slice of bread. You've probably, if you've heard about Bossgard, you've probably seen this character a few times already.
Does it have a name?
It has a name, and its name is Olaf of Bread. There's a dumb pun there if you catch it.
Yeah.
Anyway, so Olaf is representative of our bosses in the sense that it's not your usual arch enemy. It's not a human. First of all, it's not a humanoid. It has no arms, no legs. It's a slice of bread. And this has been key to the way we've been designing our bosses. We wanted to make them a bit unorthodox in the sense that they're not necessarily humanoids, they're not necessarily, moving, flying creatures.
Yeah, I mean, the good thing about it is that it gives us a lot of freedom in terms of mechanics and why it happens and how it happens.
Yeah, every time you choose a boss and every time you fight against a boss, it's a very specific fight. You don't get two bosses of the same flavor. Each boss is unique. It has a unique way of moving, a unique way of attacking. Each boss is one of its own.
Yeah, I mean the couch games have different game modes.
Yeah.
Like a ton of them. The thing about our game is that every time you change the boss,
you get a different game.
Yeah, you get a different game because bosses have very different.
So let's take Olaf for instance. Olaf doesn't move. I mean, Olaf doesn't have legs. It doesn't have limbs per se.
It only face plants and advance.
The only things because we decided that a slice of bread should be a boss, and what can a slice of bread do? And the only thing a slice of bread can do is fall. So this is how this boss moves. He can flop. We call it. We sometimes refer to it as face planting.
Yeah.
So this is how Olaf moves. He flops. But then we decided to make things interesting. So when Olaf flops, not only does he move, but he also deals damage and he spawns minions, and he also wins.
Yeah.
So this is a case in which the boss won. Right.
All right. I think we need to say goodbye to.
We're gonna say goodbye to Kekanor. We're gonna thank Kekanor officially for joining our Let's Play.
We're gonna go through all that.
We're gonna go through all of that in just a minute, but for now, we're gonna go back to our.
No. We should have said hello, got to go thingy.
Kekanor, goodbye, have to go thingy.
All right, let's do a local.
Let's do a local. We'll do a custom.
All right. We're not gonna go through this because we
this-
are gonna have like a later thingy.
Yeah, exactly. We're
Just
just gonna
go
make sure we're the
very
only players
quickly,
in the game. Just the only players in the game. So it's just two slots, me and the boss.
Yeah, any map will do.
Any
Doesn't
map
matter.
will do. Okay, good.
We're
So I'm gonna join as the boss. I'm gonna join as the boss. Christian is joining as
I'm
Viking.
a Viking.
This is an unusual setup. Usually Vikings come in pairs of 5.
Yeah. As you can see, the slots are locked. It means that no one can join there. But it doesn't matter. Let's do like a...
This will be like a live tutorial of how Bossgard can be
Should
played.
I choose...
You can choose whoever you want.
Alright, I'll choose Asha.
Word to the wise, we have 2 major classes of Vikings. They are
Ranged.
melee or ranged. From that on, for each Viking has its own ability, which we'll be talking about. And they also can get to choose a secondary ability called a rage attack. But we'll get to that in the game.
I mean, let me show you first that
Yeah.
you can switch through the Vikings using the upper part of the menu.
Yep. So you can browse through the Vikings.
And downstairs, I mean, let's do this. As you can switch to them and you have patience with the animations, they will give you a hint about their special abilities.
Yeah.
So Magnus has dual wield.
Each character has a showcase of its own ability.
Yeah. Give it time and it will show you the ability. Krampus has a whirlwind. Ziggy
has this giant backpack from which he spawns mushrooms.
Miko
switches to a Gatling gun, yeah.
Brunhilde,
our clumsy German Viking,
has
switches to a loot.
Loot damage.
Loot damage.
Yeah, Duke has his board, surfing board. Ines has a tiger. Edith is with skeletons. Maxim
gets big.
Like Hulk.
Yeah.
Type of thing. Yeah.
Good.
And Asha has a turret.
So, I mean, you can find some semblance of other classes. Like, you can see the engineer, the necromancer, the warrior. You have stuff like that happening with our characters as well. Anyway, I'm going with Olaf again because he's.
Let me show them the.
The rage attacks.
Rage attacks.
So these are secondary, like utility powers, in a sense that Vikings get.
Both offensive and
they can be either offensive or support abilities.
So there are 2 classes in our game. You have the melee that has specific abilities, can resurrect, shield, or do damage, like a mighty blow we call it.
Yep.
And you have the
choose a ranged Viking.
Vikings that can do slow, basically.
The rogue.
It's gonna tie the boss down. Poison, that's a DPS. And Berserk, that's a aura that does increased damage to all the Vikings.
It's a buff for nearby Vikings.
Area buff, right.
Yeah. Okay.
Let me choose, go back to Asha. Oh, by the way, you can show them the right trigger thingy, the info on the bosses.
So the first time you enter the menu, you will be seeing these characters and a very, very short description of them. So it might be confusing for those of you wanting to know more about what kind of choice you're making. So you can do this. I'm pressing the right trigger, and if you open press the right trigger, you can open this more detailed menu, and it has information about what different attack each boss has.
Yeah. I mean, primary, secondary, and range attack.
They all, regardless of how varied they are, they all fall in this pattern. They have a primary attack, a secondary attack, and a rage attack, which is like their ultimate. Anyway, I know what I'm going for. I'm going for Olaf because I like him.
It's the icon boss of the game.
Yeah, it's our most iconic character.
Alright, I'm gonna go with Asha.
Right.
By the way, Asha is from Canada.
Yeah, more on that later. We have ethnic Vikings.
Alright, so here we have to choose the map.
And I'm choosing this one.
Alright, I didn't have time to choose, so because you have chosen the game for your map.
Good.
Right, let me show you the first basic move, right? With the
Yeah,
Viking.
sure. Let's talk about your character first.
So what you can do is pretty simple. You can move. As you can see, the Vikings are looking directly at the boss.
Yeah.
But I can do like using the other trigger. I can do like free targeting.
Oh yeah, yeah. I have a.
So it's auto target by default, but you can like do your own thing
So
with
if
the
you
other
just
trigger.
leave the character without moving the right stick, it will always face the boss.
Yeah.
And it will always attack the boss. What
So
just happened to your character?
It's
We're seeing this.
yeah, the ability is charged over time, so my ability is ready.
Okay, so your ability is what we've seen in the lobby.
It's the turret.
Is the turret.
So if I press B right now, it's gonna deploy a turret.
Okay.
But first, let me go through the basics.
Okay.
So besides movement and turning around, targeting, you can do dodging with the left trigger.
Oh yeah, that's important. Why?
Yeah, it's important because when you're in flight, you are invulnerable.
Can we show that?
I mean, yeah, just try to hit me.
Okay. So okay, and if you stand still.
All right. If I stand
and
still.
if you stand still, see, I'm dealing damage.
Yeah.
And if you're jumping, so not only is it harder to hit, you also you have this invulnerability frame.
Yeah. So basically, as long as you are in air,
you should be safe.
You are safe. Yeah.
Yeah.
So what else do we have? We have the basic attack. So it's the other trigger, the right trigger.
Okay.
So whenever I'm swinging the hammer,
it will swing into my direction.
Yeah, because it's.
And what happens if you hit me?
Well, if I hit you,
you're charging something. What's that?
Yeah, I'm charging my rage attack.
Oh, you have a little icon above your head.
Yeah. So basically, what you have is left is rage attack, right is ability.
X and B. Yeah.
Right is charged over time. Left is charged by dealing damage.
Yep.
So my special ability, my special rage attack right now is healing.
As you can see, the character generated this aura, and if there were characters in its range, they would get healed, and if they were dead, they would get resurrected
instantly resurrected.
Without,
it's a very powerful tool.
So why is it powerful? We haven't mentioned how you win the game or what the objective is.
I mean, the objective is
pretty simple. Yeah, kill the boss or the
or
boss.
be killed.
Hero will be killed. Anyway, so how does the boss lose? The boss loses.
Let me plant the turret first, and you can kill it. So the turret is pretty simple. It shoots.
Press B.
Yeah, press B to deploy it, and it shoots at the boss. If there are minions on the map, it will shoot at the closest target first, and then at the boss.
Okay.
But just destroy it, so it doesn't do damage to you. And I want to show one more thing about, can you spawn some minions?
Yeah, sure. Here you go.
Alright, so one special ability of the bread is face planting and spawning minions. You can run from them, but what I want to show you is that you can attack them. So to change the target from the boss to the closest target with the controller, just press A.
You can, and
you can smash them, right?
Okay.
Can you spawn more?
Here
just to show how it is without the A. So without A, I'm trying to hit the boss, but with A, I'm hitting the closest minion.
Okay.
Can you do it again and show them how the turret reacts to minion? So the turret will shoot the closest minion. So basically, we're gonna, using the keyboard and mouse, if you want to target the closest minion, you have to like use the right click and use the click to do the main attack, and if you press them both, it will attack the closest minion. This is something that we don't have in our tutorial, and I think we should add.
We should add, yeah.
And basically that's about it about
that's combat
Vikings.
For the Vikings, yeah.
So you jump, you dodge a lot, you attack.
You attack, and
you attack minions if you press A.
And you have these two abilities.
You have rage that can be charged.
Yeah.
and deploy it with X.
Yeah.
Or
and if you wait long, I mean, if you stay alive long enough, your characters are
it's
able
gonna
to
happen
use
pretty
their
soon.
They're
One
able
thing that I
use
want to
their ability.
show is that you cannot have you cannot have at the same moment the rage and the ability.
Yeah.
So if I would
Deploy the
trigger,
turret,
yeah, I would trigger the rage now. If I deploy the turret,
the rage stops.
The rage is gone. So you cannot
Okay.
have both. Oh, all right. Show them the boss.
Okay, Tag, you're it. Actually, I'm it. Okay, hi. So I'm playing Olaf, and as you've noticed, the Viking has certain abilities. Mine are different, and they vary from boss to boss. But what is samey for all bosses is that all bosses have this way of moving. They have either a cursor or they have direction, and we'll get that later with other bosses. But most of them have this cursor, this white icon. You can see I'm moving it with the left stick.
Yeah, you can move it to the mouse if you.
Actually, I can move it with both sticks,
yeah.
And I can move it with the mouse as well. But no, it's your player too.
Yeah.
Anyway, so what I can do as a boss, I can move around and I can change the direction, and this is also the designated point to which I'm firing. So I have this primary attack, and primary attacks are usually ranged.
Yeah.
Because that's what you want to do.
What is that? Left trigger?
It's the right trigger,
right
actually.
Trigger.
You can use the right trigger to fire, and it will fire at the point you designate with the stick. Okay. Besides the primary attack, you have a secondary one, and in Olaf's case, it's also the way he can move. So he moves a bit, and he also spawns these minions. Again, this is not specific to bosses per se. This is something only Olaf can do. Anyway, so we have a primary attack, we have a secondary attack, and we have the cursor movement, how you target, and
the abilities, of course.
And the abilities. If you can see in the top left corner, the boss has its own special widget, and you can see 4 icons, 3 of which are bursting right now. And what the boss can do, from right to left, the boss can heal if you can press B. All these abilities are they charge over time.
Yeah.
So, but for each use, the cooldown grows.
Only for health.
Only for the
And dispel, the cooldown grows as you use them.
Yeah.
So be careful about that.
Yeah. Right.
What about the middle one?
This has been the healing. For why we have the traps. And this is the most interesting part, interesting of the boss abilities, because this is the only ability that changes according to the map.
Yeah.
So for this map per se, for this map we have, if I press Y, I'll activate a trap, and the trap is a fire trap.
Yeah.
And as you can see, certain parts of the map light up.
Yeah, and it can do fire damage.
Do serious damage, and this is something that varies from map to map, but the button is always the same.
Let me get the healing up
okay,
so I can
get your
heal.
Healing. Okay.
Right. Let me heal a little bit.
So we have healing, we have the trap for the boss, we also have this X button, which does the following. This is called Dispel. This is something we can't show right now because we don't have...
We'll do another match.
We'll do another match. But what a Dispel does is that it cancels all negative effects. Some certain Vikings have abilities like Poison or Rope that cause slow or damage over time.
Yeah. And
the boss can counter that with this Dispel, which has its own cooldown. Anyway, so you have... These are the boss's utilities, and they are health, trap triggering, and Dispel. But... the Vikings, they deal damage and they can charge up a rage bar. The boss can do the same. As you can see, you have this yellow orange bar filling up. If you would be so kind to respawn. Yeah,
so about Viking respawn, as you can see, if I press hectically on the A button, I can send messages. It sends messages to the healers or resurrectors to like, please help me. Yes,
the rest please.
Rest please, yeah.
Yeah.
But you have to hold to resurrect.
Okay, and you have this small invulnerability of time frame
when you
after
respawn.
It's like summoning sickness. Anyway,
2 seconds,
Okay,
I think.
so I dealt enough damage to charge my rage attack, and the boss's rage attack is different from the Vikings in the sense that it's basically its ultimate. And for Olaf, it does the following: if I press A, it will launch Olaf in the air, and I can choose any target on the map, and I can boom dive bomb and deal serious damage.
Yeah.
Again, these rage attacks vary from boss to boss; they're different. But this has been it for the boss. So you have the utilities, you have the movement, you have the primary attack, the secondary attack, and the rage.
One other thing we should show is the second stage.
Oh yeah, this is the best part.
So
as you can see, the boss has this health bar. This will take a while. The boss has this health bar, but there's a trick. It should actually activate your turret.
Yeah.
Vikings have their own bar, and that means how many lives they have left. Vikings have a life pool.
Yeah,
the boss has its own life pool, but it's a bit different, and we'll show you just in a bit what we're talking about.
When you're thinking you just kill the boss, it switches actually to the second stage.
It switches to a second stage, and
the boss is
a lot
much tougher.
Sometimes abilities change dramatically. So as you can see, I've unlocked my second ability. Now when I faceplant, I spawn minions, but they're different. I have better minions, stronger minions.
As you can see, I cannot kill them.
No, they're much stronger.
Blow. Yeah.
So the boss fight gets worse after in stage 2 for the Vikings. I mean.
Yeah.
You get a lot
more. The cool thing about minions is that they give you rage, right?
Yeah. Minions can farm rage for you. So as long as you're dealing damage, your odds of winning are there, because
but also the attacks. Can you show them the attacks? The range attacks?
Oh, the range attacks. So
the ranged attacks.
Oh, ranged attack. Yeah, the ranged attacks get an upgrade as well. You have bigger projectiles with a larger area of effect.
Yeah, so basically the boss is much tougher in second stage, and second stage comes, I think, at 30% of HP.
40%. So the second stage is shorter than the first stage, but it's a lot more deadly.
Yeah.
Okay.
And if you heal right now, you will not go.
Oh no, you won't go back to stage 1.
You won't go back to.
I can activate the traps.
Once you're in second stage, that's it. You have to fight to your life.
Exactly.
All right, I think this is it for.
These have been the basics. Let's show them a bit how the dispel works, because it's a very important aspect of the game.
All right, let me choose.
And I'm gonna choose a completely different boss for showcase purposes. Now I'm choosing the jackhammer. Okay.
This is a new map.
It's a different map. You have a different trap.
Lower left corner, you can read about what.
Yeah, in the loading screen, you can see what the trap does.
Yeah.
Okay, so remember, I've been playing Olaf, who isn't that mobile, and on the other side of the spectrum, we have jackhammer.
It's all about mobility.
Jack will keep moving. Jack keeps moving as long as you don't attack. When you attack, he stops to chomp or to fire. This shockwave.
Yeah. So the thing is that you remember the auto aiming. You would be better off here by doing your own aiming.
Yeah.
Trying to intercept Jack rather than have like firing.
Yeah, so each boss poses a different challenge, and each boss feels different to play and to play against. What you'll notice from the get-go is that Jack has a different user interface. He has the 3 arrows, and they're different from the boss, from Olaf's cursor. And this is the more directional approach to movement and targeting.
Yeah. Yeah, basically it shows you the direction.
Yeah.
Do you want to try the dispel now?
Okay, yeah.
As you can see, I have.
I'm gonna try stand still.
I've charged my rage attack. And
this Viking has a different rage attack, so instead of resurrection, you'll be firing a poisoned arrow.
Yeah.
Okay. And now I have a damage over time effect, which I can cancel by using that dispel. I've been talking about. So as you can see, I
Yeah.
cancel any negative effects the Vikings throw at
Let's
me.
try this again. Like I'm charging up, as you can see.
Yeah. And this can prove crucial. If you time your dispel properly, you can cancel the entire enemy team's teamwork.
Yeah.
Now
Alright.
I don't have the dispel, so I...
Should I show them the tiger? That's the
Yeah,
ability?
sure, show them, sure. Okay,
Okay.
so some certain characters spawn these pet minions, which fight for them, and the tiger will keep chasing me and trying to deal damage. If I let it, it will deal a lot of damage.
You can use the map strap to.
Oh yeah, yeah. So I can use I will have a different trap now, and I will fire the alien's cannon, as you can see.
If I
So,
stay in place, I'm
Yeah.
dead.
so each map comes with its own trap.
Another thing that we should mention is that if you die, your pet or turret or
Oh, yeah,
whatever
they-
dies
they-
with you,
yeah,
or
yeah.
your effects.
They're
die.
dependent
Yeah.
on you. Anyway, this having the basics. So this so far we have these two classes of bosses basically. Some move, some don't. It's like
Yeah, everyone has primary, secondary attack,
primary.
and
So you have primary, a ranged attack,
you have
a
the.
secondary,
Oh,
a
let's
melee
show
attack.
them the rage
Oh, the rage, sure.
because they have different
They're
rage
different,
attacks.
yeah. From they vary from boss to boss. I'm gonna try to farm
do some-
rage on you.
Do some chopping here.
Pumping.
Alright.
Okay, as you can see, also when you see flames on your boss, this means you can use your rage attack.
Or
and-
bright effects, right?
Yeah, yeah.
Nico? Ce cauți? Ți le-am pus la tine.
Okay.
Okay.
Right.
That was Romanian for I love this game. Alright. Just do your rage thingy.
Okay. So check this guy out. I didn't mention this before, but the rage is done in 2 steps. So for the first thing you have to do is press the button you can see underneath the widget, and that is the rage mode.
And then it
rage
changes,
mode.
right?
This is a targeting mode, yeah. And then you switch to this mode in which you can launch the attack. And depending on the boss, you have different abilities. Jack, for instance, starts sweeping the arena in this I don't know what
Vicious mode.
Yeah, yeah, yeah.
One thing we should mention is that if you don't press the rage button under 10
Yeah, it has a cooldown. I don't
Yeah.
know if you noticed, but it
it
has
auto
a cooldown.
triggers after 10 seconds.
Yeah.
It's triggered
So you
automatically.
can't stay in rage mode indefinitely. Right.
Alright, let's do like a leaf match and maybe show them the combos.
Okay, yeah, sure. For that, we'll be needing.
Mario. We will be needing Mario. Can you do like a short pause to do a
Just a second. We're
We're gonna pause a little bit and
tweak
then
our setup and. Hi again.
Hello.
hello
New
again.
addition
We're
on the
back.
couch.
New edition. We have an upgrade. We
Upgrade.
upgraded our couch to Marius.
Yeah, we have Marius with us.
We have Marius.
Gonna slide.
The slide, man.
If you don't have Marius,
I'm
do
just
not
gonna
worry
slide.
because
Yes.
we have it.
Right.
We have it.
Okay. So what are we showing now? We're showing.
Yeah, open up another.
Like the custom.
It is a
game
custom
menu.
game. We want to showcase
The
different
combos.
parts of the game. Yeah, and in this case, combos,
Interesting.
which are part of
Two mighty blows.
Two mighty
Right.
blows.
Mario, go for
Okay. I can't get in. I don't know why.
what?
Is this working?
Oh, because yeah,
Because
we
what?
have to
Oh, you remake it.
You make the lobby using the
Oh.
keyboard.
No.
No.
He assigned only.
what was
Only
that?
two people on the couch.
See if you can join.
The honors. What?
It's a local game, so the couch is always full.
All right, cool.
Okay.
So first off, let's see if you guys can join. For you, I'm boss.
Marius.
Well,
Yeah.
Okay, so there's
yeah,
two
I
of you.
can.
First, let me kick out any additional bots. We don't want anyone.
You want to play 2 versus the fortress?
No,
No,
we're
we're
just gonna show-
showing parts of the game.
Okay.
Okay, just get a melee.
So what we're about to show are combos.
Yeah.
Besides choosing a character and its rage, certain rages can work together to cause a new effect.
Basically,
combo.
all the damage rages
Yeah.
can be comboed.
All offensive rages can be, you know, used
Yeah.
together.
Let's showcase the rope.
Yeah, I'm
really
gonna showcase with Jack because he's a very mobile character, and I'm gonna.
It's more obviously.
Yeah.
Yeah. Go for
it's more,
rope.
The effect is gonna.
Yes.
Okay. See?
Remember, guys, we will not be playing. We're gonna just showcase the
Yeah.
Features.
combos. So
So
we're gonna farm them and show how they work.
Hmm?
This is not how the game will be played when you're playing.
Yeah.
Okay,
I'm
so
gonna try to hold Jack down in a place. Because.
Yeah.
I managed.
Yeah.
okay, Marius has it.
Right.
I have it.
So
I'm
let's
furious.
see before the rage. So my character's my Jack moves like this. So this is normal speed. And
Let's do it. Go, Marius.
Okay. Now that I'm slowed, I move like this. So for a very mobile,
Bosses.
nimble boss like Jack, this can be deadly.
Yeah. Let's show it again.
Let's do that again. Jack, the bottom part of the map.
Right. So
Need to do
we
that.
should
can
time
aim.
it.
Yeah.
Time it, Mario. Go. 2 ropes, slow mo.
So if you want to pull off a combo, all rage attacks be in a
Synchronized.
short succession.
So what can a boss do against this?
The
Let's do it
boss in
again.
this situation can use the dispel ability showed earlier, and I'm gonna use it again.
Show that again.
Alright, I have it.
Okay, let's go.
Me too. Go.
I'm slow, but I can cast this spell, and it
And that's it.
cancels.
Let's
Everything.
let's wait for another dispel and show what's happening when we cast special attacks right into a dispel. Like if your
Okay.
dispel is up and we are casting rope, you should use like heal to heal up a little. Alright, we're gonna wait for 14 seconds for the dispel to go up. Yeah, you can do this.
Huh? It's like disco.
And I got a second potato.
Okay.
Alright, your dispel is up. Let's cast. You cast the dispel, and we're gonna try to slow you down.
Okay.
Just wait.
Hit me.
Mario,
See,
go.
they're,
Yeah,
they're
it doesn't
negated.
happen.
All effects are negated during the spell.
So dispel works like a small shield for a couple of seconds.
Only for negative effects that does not include damage. So
Yeah,
I
exactly.
can still take damage during my dispel.
Right. Cool.
It's
Let's
basically like a shield, but only for the.
yeah. Let's do poison. Trick.
An archer.
All right.
I'm gonna choose Jack again.
Yeah, because it's gonna be funny.
Obvious on him.
I mean, you will not be able to see it when you play. Can you?
Alright.
But for
Who's
the
paying
one
attention?
that's playing boss, 2 poisons are crazy. It's gonna invert controls.
Yeah,
Basically.
2 poisons cause sickness. Sickness means controls
And DP and the dot.
Plus.
and damage
Plus the
over
damage
time. Yeah,
per-
so you also get
over
damage.
time.
I'm gonna
Alright.
stick Jack right here, and you can use the teleporter, of course.
Yeah. All right.
Okay. Charging up your rage attacks. You
I'm
both have poison now.
Ready?
Go.
So just fire one, so people remember
Okay, I
what poison looks like. So
Is
as you can see,
poison-
I'm losing damage now.
You're
I'm losing health.
health.
Sorry, I'm taking damage.
All right. Just farm your rage again, Mario.
Charge your attack again
Okay.
in a jiffy.
All right.
Right. So now 2 poison poison attacks in short succession.
Go. Go.
Now I'm 6. So all my movements are
Inverted, right?
yeah, they're inverted. I almost it's terrible.
Yeah.
Horrible. So it can be terribly disabling for the boss. Why are we showing this? These are more advanced techniques Vikings can use against the boss. And if timed correctly,
You can do like
you can do
many more things that it shows
Yeah.
when you first enter the game. So basically what we have here is like a casual game. You can like get into it right away. You
Yeah.
just jump around, just shoot. But you can also do some cool stuff by timing your rage attacks, and that's why we're gonna show you the depth as such as it is at the moment. Let's show them the combos with the
Oh yeah.
melee.
Okay.
This is one of my
Olaf.
favorites. Choose one.
Remember, rage attacks are tied to the Viking's class. That means if the Viking is either melee or ranged. So
Yeah.
you won't be getting mighty blow for an archer or.
Exactly. Should we? Yeah. Right.
I have two characters of the same class in this same character.
Yeah, but one thing that you can see here is that each of us has different colors.
Oh yeah.
So the colors are based on the slots of the lobby.
Yeah, they're the same colors you'll be seeing in the lobby.
So this is how you. One other thing is that the ability is colored in the color of the slot. As
Yeah.
you can see, I have green because mine is green.
Yeah,
And
and mine is red.
can you jump around a little bit?
Yep.
Yeah, and also the ability effect is colored differently, so you can like see your character better, even though we are using the same character.
Yeah, okay.
All right, let's charge up the rage.
No. I'm under attack.
All right, the
Right.
rage is charged.
Okay.
Are you good, Mario?
Yep.
Go.
Sure. Okay. That
This
is
is
a
one of my-
combo. I'm
my
getting knocked
favorite-
down.
Yeah, one of my favorite.
It's disabled.
Yeah.
So basically, you can use this.
And I can counter with the dispel as well, right?
Yeah, you can use this for
no.
static or.
You can only defend yourself once it's applied to you.
Yeah, try it. Do the dispel. Oh, cool.
Yeah, okay, so
You can
my-
only defend
So
yourself.
this is
against
like
it.
a bug feature thing.
yeah.
Kind of.
Cool stuff. All right, another Gankorama, and we're off. Go, go, Mario.
I'm trying.
Yes, Gankorama.
Little people are following.
So, what have we learned?
Everything.
Everything. So Vikings can time their rage attacks, their offensive rage attacks, do cool stuff like combos on the bosses. But the bosses have the dispel that can counter that, except Gankorama. That's a bug feature we just discovered.
Anyway.
Yeah, let's do
but
the live match.
That's an actual game now.
We're on an actual game.
Shall we?
What else do we have
We
here?
we covered the Vikings, we covered the bosses.
Like, we covered the rage attacks
Yeah, we should do like a normal few normal games. So,
with AI or just custom. Let's do a normal one.
yeah.
All right. So
Into
main menu.
Let's see if anybody's online.
All
Shall
right.
we?
Couch size, yeah.
Yeah. So that's our own game.
Just increase the couch. All
Yeah.
right.
Here we go.
Just-
So one of the key aspects of Bossgard is that you can either play either the boss either in a team or both at the same time. So if you're more of a co-op player, maybe you guys will team up. Oh, we have Kekonor again with us.
What's up, man?
What's up? Nice to
You
meet
are looking for games.
Yeah. So you can either team up against the boss, you can either have one of your friends playing the boss and
Let's
you
go,
can team
hello.
up against him. Yeah, let's hello him.
And sorry.
And sorry for closing your game.
And yes, good luck, have fun thinking.
Anyway, so let's do this. Let's all play against an AI boss. So in this case,
Yeah, let's pick the fortress. One cool thing that you can do
Oh, yeah,
in
yeah.
the lobby is that you can.
they come
Ramp
in
up.
various levels of difficulty.
So one cool thing that I will recommend you because I like it a lot is pick fortress, go full level of the difficulty and just
Awesome.
enjoy it. You can also shuffle. You
Oh,
can
yeah,
use
yeah.
the
This also goes for bots.
you can shuffle the bots with the right bumper, left bumper, or shuffle the bosses with
The right bumper.
Right bumper. I'm looking for
Fortress, right?
Which, yeah.
Yeah, okay. A fortress.
All right, let's do like a proper
I like,
setup for
yeah.
fortress.
Okay, so this is the part where you choose our roles, and I like playing the healer because I fancy myself a good dodger, and
I'm gonna take Krampus with Mighty Blow because it's.
I pick.
I messed up.
Yeah,
don't
you
worry,
messed
yeah.
up. It's okay. I'm gonna play Edith. Edith is like a necromancer.
Yeah.
She spawns skeletons, and I'm also choosing Resurrect, so like a support character now.
One because we're here fighting the fortress. It's one of the most advanced and difficult bosses to play with. But we're gonna show you a good way to play against.
Are we now?
Yeah, why not?
Okay.
Let's give them some
Let's
hints.
choose what
I don't know.
from
Whatever.
coffee or electric.
Too much coffee for today, so
Never.
electroshocks.
Cheers.
We drink tea because it's.
Yeah. Good.
All right.
So I can see each character has its own name tag. And
Yeah, because we are all playing from the same couch.
yeah,
we're
we're
all
sharing
have
the name tag because we're basically one player now. We're sharing the same couch.
Alright, let me give you some hints about the fortress. As you can see, it spawns eggs. The eggs at stage 1 and both in stage 1 and stage 2 will transform into big enemies that can do a lot of damage. So one cool thing that you can do is take Mighty Blow and do this.
You just died.
I died! Alright,
Yeah,
I'm gonna wait for
to
insert.
resurrect you, it's okay.
So now I'm pinging for the res.
And I can see you, just a second. Okay, and as you can see, I resurrected these two characters, and we haven't spent any life points.
Yeah. So one cool thing, some people called it OP, about Bossgard is that it can resurrect, and this is good. This is very useful in.
You know how you can now see how bosses feel when you have a raid group and one of you keeps resurrecting or healing characters.
Yeah, I remember playing World of Warcraft raids.
Yeah.
Now you can see how.
Yeah. Now you know how Arthas feels.
Yeah, exactly.
Okay, so I'm playing Edith. I'm on the right side, and I'm losing my ability, which will spawn skeletons, and they're off to fight the enemy. They'll keep resurrecting as long as the ability is active.
Right.
They'll bash through the walls and try to reach the boss. If they die, I'll spawn more.
Let me point out another thing about.
Oh, the berserk. Yeah.
One thing about the Mighty Blow is that it can do damage. Too late. It can go through targets. So if it encounters like 10 targets, it will do damage to all of them.
Yeah.
It's very powerful.
Okay.
So we have resurrect. We also have an egg here. We should kill it. Alright.
Oh no! God, this was the fortress's rage
got
attack.
me.
Yeah.
We're all dead.
Let's see if I can make it
No,
and
you
try to
won't be
help you
able.
guys.
It's targeting.
Just farm the egg. Farm the egg
Trying
and
to
kill
farm
it.
the egg. I'm trying to build my resurrect up. I am able to do so, and there we
Very
go.
cool
Team
save.
is
Thank
back
you.
in.
Thank you.
We're not doing very well.
Kill the egg! Kill the egg!
Killing it. Oh, it just
too
spawned
late.
a melee minion.
Yeah.
Touched.
So these beasts are pretty horrible. They have a huge life pool.
And they do a lot of damage.
They deal a lot of damage. They can take
Alright,
a lot of punishment.
I'm gonna kill it. Yes.
Yeah, you managed. Okay, that's awesome.
Oh,
But
another
we have
one.
another one, but maybe my berserk is gonna help you guys take it out.
Gonna do spinning.
I have resurrect, so you guys can.
There's another egg. There's another
You
egg.
can
I
reload.
died.
Here we go. You're back in.
Alright, cool stuff. And the fortress hasn't lost a bit.
The Bossgard can be a very hectic, chaotic game.
But it's not. Right?
No, it's not. I mean,
No! Damn it!
Get away!
As long as you learn your role and you know what you're supposed to be playing, it should be okay.
Yeah, and
So-
you'll make a huge difference.
Yeah, I'm playing healer. I know that I need to stay alive and I need to take care of my teammates. As long as I'm okay, my team is okay. And here we go. I'm resurrecting Kekonor.
And
Kekonor
right
is back
now
in the
the
game.
fortress is focusing on me, so
Yeah.
my role it appears to be just
All right, I'm
Duke the
a
fortress.
DPS, so my role here
So
is
my
to kill
team
the eggs and
can
do
do
damage.
something.
There's
Since
another egg here.
Since it's a game about playing the boss, we decided that the boss should feel powerful, and it should feel powerful because that's why you play the boss. You want to you have
Exactly.
that you have that power fantasy of being the big guy, but then again, you also need to feel good once you defeat it as the little guy.
Yeah, but yeah, that's the thing, right? You go against the dragon,
Come on, man. You
Yeah.
have to
even
leave
though
me
you
alone.
know you have no chance. But if you work together and do some cool thing as a team, you can defeat the dragon.
Dude, it's pissed. It's not leaving me alone.
All right, let me kill the egg. So
My resurrect is up again, so you can die. in
one
peace.
cool thing that you can do
Stands to
against the
defend.
I died,
fortress
but I got
is
resurrected.
is to use shields. You can use double shielding.
We got an egg.
No,
You guys
I'm,
have to help me.
I'm dead.
Oh, we're
You have
good.
to help
We're
me
good.
with this. It's focusing on me again, so.
So we
I'm
only have
getting
3 lives left, and
It's all up to me now.
Yeah, but it's gonna heal.
dude,
So we're not guaranteeing
Oh.
success.
what's up with your rage thingy? Did you use your skeletons?
There you go. Yeah, I was in my ability mode, so
Yeah. So basically, if you are Edith with the skeletons, or Asha with the turret, or Ines with the
I have to
tiger,
help you with
if the
this
tiger
egg.
is
No, no,
alive,
don't-
if your
don't
minions
hatch,
are
don't hatch,
alive,
don't hatch.
you cannot gain
Oh, it's
rage.
just that.
So remember that when you trigger your rage.
it's either the ability or the
Yeah.
rage. You can have both at the same time.
Right. Krampus has a very cool thing called Whirlwind that he can use to like get rid of to escape basic rage attacks.
Krampus is the blue, the small blue guy.
Yeah. All right. Man, I'm so dead. Yeah, I'm dead.
Me too.
Can you like do
It's
something?
I'm
about
trying.
it?
firing on
trying
me
my
and I
best,
can't do
man.
anything.
Okay, here you go. Where are you?
We just spawned another egg.
Okay, guys,
Need to get
we
this
should
one.
kill the egg.
We didn't.
All right, let me
I
farm
don't
my
think
rage.
we're gonna be able to reach stage 2.
No.
If we play correctly. Right. Draw him near. No, I missed.
Oh, you missed, but it's okay. We can do
Just
damage to the
don't
boss.
don't kite it. I will.
We have a second egg here. I'm trying to bash it. I'm
Yeah.
going for resurrect because I'm dying.
All right, I'm gonna get the big guy. Just give me a second. Stand still, god damn it. All right, get the this one.
can't-
All right.
I want to say something about playing against a bot boss. You know, the usual boss fights in games have this boss who usually follows a pattern. And once you learn the pattern, that's it, you manage to learn the boss. In our case, we have an AI that tries to mimic how a player would play the game.
Yeah.
So it's not always the same fight, even if you have the same boss, because
Right.
the AI reacts to what you're doing.
No, damn it. You're dead.
No,
No,
he's
I'm,
not.
I'm
but
trying to stay alive. I think I'm gonna die. I'm trying not
I'm
to
trying
die.
to fight it, but he doesn't. He
No,
wants
just
to
you
focus
do
on
damage
you.
to kite it. Do damage.
I'm dead. I'm out. This has been it.
I'm kiting it now.
We
but-
lost.
Kiting who, man? You didn't do your role.
He's just kiting. He's kiting everybody.
Yeah.
Yeah, you're the only one alive. Of course you. Ah, well,
No. Me and the
We
boss.
also have Ziggy, but
I think Ziggy wasted the life.
Yeah, so
Ziggy's a bot.
one
so-
thing you'll find out when you're playing Bossgard is that you will not get those very telegraphed attacks of the boss because the boss is a player.
Yep.
So in order for the player that plays the boss to have fun, he should be able to get really very quick feedback, right? So when he attacks, I mean, you're gonna see like maybe a fraction of a second before where he
Yeah,
will
it's not,
attack.
you don't have long wind ups. It's not like,
Yeah.
oh, I'm gonna attack you now. You better dodge. Smack. Oh, I'm gonna attack again now. But no, we don't have that.
All right.
The boss is gonna be a player, and as a player, you don't want that. You don't want tells. want to use their abilities as.
I mean, there are tells,
there are tells, but
not like like
no, they're not like that.
10 seconds or whatnot.
So now my question is, you've been showing me bosses, you've been showing me swords, you've been showing me heroes. There's a big question, and
What about Kekonor?
what about Kekonor? And
I hope he will not be kicked again. Like,
one big question is there loot?
Is there loot?
Is there loot? Where's the loot?
Kekonor is like getting impatient. Hello, Kekonor.
Yeah.
We're doing like a how to play thing. I'm
Yeah.
sorry that you joined our how to play server.
It's okay, it's okay. I hope he has a good time.
All right, let's do another one.
Let's do another one for
And
Kekonor's
because
sake.
we are three, one of us
I'm gonna
based
be
on.
boss.
You're gonna be boss, all right. Let's. What do you want to try, Mario?
I'm gonna
No,
play-
just don't pick Berserk, man, because we have to play in a team.
Okay.
We have Kekonor with shield.
I'm gonna take rope then and try to synchronize myself with the bot.
Alright.
Or I could take poison and synchronize myself with Kekonor.
All right, I'm gonna take poison as well.
Okay.
Poison's a tough one
And I'm playing
against this
plunger.
one, I'm
playing
telling you.
plunge D.
Yeah, you are.
So, what's gonna happen? Because we are three on the couch, one of us, based on how much damage, is gonna be picked like
And the MVP.
couch MVP, right?
Yeah.
And the one that's gonna be picked, he's gonna win
Points.
points, and we'll show you what you can do with those points.
Exactly. Till then, I'm playing plunger. Playing plunge D.
Plunger,
an
yeah,
an
just-
oversized evil plunger.
Just
I'm gonna
go
show
through
you
the
how
attacks.
he's different from other bosses. He's very,
Like
very,
that.
very mobile. He can just jump from spot to spot. He can be a pain for melee warriors.
Yeah.
So your best bets against plunger is trying to slow him down with a rope.
Or
Which we don't have.
So this is the primary attack, which also moves plunge D. And then there's also a melee attack using the sticks. So he has this big stick.
Mario, I'm charged. Are you
Yeah,
charged?
I am.
Oh,
but
as you can see,
Wait,
we have
wait,
a
wait,
huge,
go.
we have a huge
He's gonna
Maxine.
focus on us now. What? I got
Yes.
him.
I'm using my dispel. I'm not
come
falling for your
Sickness.
traps.
come
I'm using
on.
my dispel.
There's a
Yeah.
tiger out.
Oh, you're throwing everything. We have skeletons. We have the saber-toothed tiger. But I have
gonna
my
rage.
rage attack
Oh,
now.
damn
and
it,
I'm gonna...
damn it.
No, 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 no.
I'm dead.
No,
No,
I
yes,
didn't get anybody.
yes.
I didn't get anybody.
Yes.
So each rage attack is different. Each attack, each boss is different.
You have to
Oh, come on.
like really
Any healers?
spam the rage button, right? To like draw people in and
Just
then
activate the traps.
No, come on.
That
Just run me to the trap.
big Maxine is terrible. He deals a lot of damage. He's very strong.
Mario, are you
He's
good?
in tank mode.
No, I'm dead. I'm waiting for a healer.
We don't have healers.
We
man.
have,
We do?
yeah, we have a bot, and Kekonor is also a healer.
Really?
Yep.
Okay, we're gonna lose. Waiting for a healer. Yes, yes.
No,
yes.
you're not. You have 9 bucks. You're
he's-
doing
he's
A-OK.
What are you doing?
No,
Just
I'm gonna
respawn,
I'm
man.
gonna respawn. You guys need the help.
I guess I know who's not MVP.
All right, let's focus. Let's get that rage up. Okay, you have it. Wait for me, please.
I have it, but he just
He's
wants
gonna
to kill
hunt
me
me
now.
down.
No. You're
Just
not gonna do it.
Oh, I messed up.
I won't be able
messed
to-
up. I messed up.
Stay
keep
alive.
it.
Stay alive, Mario.
I'm trying. It's really
Right.
hard.
Go, go. Do it now.
No, I'm missing. I missed.
Aha! Gotcha!
Damn it. Just you.
Yep, I messed up.
You have to press it after it launches, right?
I tried.
You run. Oh. Kekonor.
I'm
get
healing.
anybody?
I'm healing. I'm
Help me,
Yeah, I
Kekonor.
can
You're
see
my
you're
only
healing.
hope.
not losing this.
I'm trying my best to make you lose this.
Let me add some tea to
but,
my teacup.
I don't think I can make a difference.
Because you're mumbling all the time.
No,
Yeah.
I'm not.
Alright, I'm
You're
gonna
mumbling.
respawn because we don't have a healer. I mean, we have one, but it's not doing great, so.
I
Respawn.
just smacked
Ah.
Ziggy right in the face. Not doing that bad actually.
How did that feel?
I think we are.
No, you're not. You have how many healers do you have in game?
2, but one's a bot.
That's a good.
That's a good.
That's
Mario.
Those are good odds.
Do it. Do
I'm
it.
trying. I don't have it.
Yes, but soon.
I just knocked out Kekanor. That's good.
I just did it. Now it's your time to
No,
find out.
because
I just dispelled it.
use this spell. Do it
Then I
again.
have to do it again.
Do it again. Do it again. God damn it! Stop it with the mushroom, Ziggy.
Ziggy is our Jamaican Viking, and his special ability is
His-
to grow these giant mushrooms who act
Right.
as blockers. They're like segments.
Why,
missed.
man?
I missed.
Please
they're
stop
like
missing.
wall segments, and they're very useful if used correctly against bosses like Planet D.
Come on.
Yeah, just do it. Do it, Mario. No, why, man? I'm waiting for you. Why did you use your ability?
Because he was focusing on me.
He was not focusing
Yeah,
on
he
me.
was.
God damn it. Oh
And
It's
boy.
all about teamwork. It's all about teamwork.
And I'm dead. But maybe one of the healers can do something about it.
No.
If they don't die. Well, Maxime got away.
Maxim. Oh, I need to take Maxim is a bot, right? So I can keep him away.
Maxime, please rage.
I can keep him away
No.
from you guys.
Ah!
Oh no way!
Very cool.
He's
He
resurrected
saw
by
through my
the-
plan.
Resurrected by the bot.
Kekonor was out a little bit. Having trouble assessing whether he was alive or not.
So I'm in second stage. This is you're basically
Well,
in
I have-
default trap mode now.
Do it!
Plunge D turns into a giant mace.
When he smacks the ground, do it. You have time.
Oh, I got inverted control, but I can
Yeah,
dispel it.
you have.
I dispelled it.
Oh, come on.
Or I'm
It's the
dead.
third
So
time you
my
do that.
simple stick attack now turns into this freeway mace mad bashing.
Yeah, as you can see, there's a little bit of tail. Like you can see where the plunger will hit.
Yeah, if you see it like 3 times, you know the directions.
Yeah.
Whoa.
And to take out Kekonor because he's
Please
the killer.
resurrect me,
And then if you can
please.
pull it off.
Oh man, this is bad.
Oh, I missed! God
Ah! You got me when I
Kekonor, do it! Do it!
damn. No way!
You're gonna lose.
Yes,
You're
yes.
gonna lose
Oh my God,
yes.
Kekonor got the whole
Thank
team back.
you,
This
thank
is
you.
pro healing
Yeah.
in the
Yeah,
you know
good
in
job, man.
It's the
Yeah, don't do
You're
you.
gonna lose now.
amazing work.
Use your own regen. God damn it.
That was too far.
Amazing work on Kekonor's side.
All right, one down.
No! Oh!
I still have a fighting chance.
No, you don't.
No, you
I
don't.
do have.
No, you don't.
We have Big Maxim and Tiger. Go Tiger!
You can smoosh your tiger. Smoosh everybody. I'm gonna lose.
Yes.
I lost.
So
okay,
you-
so it's about teamwork. If the Vikings can work together, and if you have a guy like Kekonor, as you can see now in the finishing
Good job, man.
finishing scene, yeah, you can win. You can
That was
prevail.
pretty cool. So let's see. Okay, I got the.
You get
no.
these awards, and you can see that little crown over there. That means that player is gonna get
I was
points.
a brick MVP.
You
All right,
beat
so
me too.
what's happening here?
You just skipped it. Who skipped it? You
Come
skipped
on,
it.
Mario. Damn it.
Okay,
Sorry.
anyway.
Anyway,
You were getting.
let's do the main menu. So you get points.
You've seen that screen. That screen showed what gods are receiving your
Yeah.
favor. We have these points. We call them favor, and we have these 6 Norse gods, which each grant you stuff.
Yeah.
According to the favor you win.
So remember this lower left thingy
Yeah, I think
that
you
we
see
talk
Freya,
about.
Thor, Odin, Idun,
Yeah.
Loki, Hel.
Do you see there? We have levels.
Yeah.
So I'm 2 with Freya, 1 with Thor, 1 with Odin.
Okay. So what do you
Wait,
do?
you
I
do-
mean,
yeah.
you earn these levels, and what do you do with them? How
Well-
did you get here? Again, let's show the people how you get. Yeah, I mean, you went back to the main menu and you did what? You went to characters, right?
Characters, yes.
Okay.
So here you can learn about all the characters in the game.
Okay. And they also have these levels in the lower left corner.
So in order to like get the rewards. So for each level of each god, you get a reward. We have 6 gods and 5 or 6 levels on each god, so you get a reward for each level.
We have people asking, is there progression in Bossgard? And
Yes, it
yes,
is.
there is.
Yes, it is, and you can access it by going to Valhalla. As you can see up
Yeah.
there. So above the player, there
yeah.
you have Valhalla. You press Y. You go to basically Valhalla. It's all of the gods.
And this is a new perspective.
Yeah.
You have a third-person mode now. You can play in.
You can see here the gods.
Yeah.
So you have from left to right. You have Freya. You have Thor, Odin.
Idun, Loki,
And the favorite
and
levels I just closed.
Yeah, you'll notice the same gods after each match, and there's a link. There's a link between what you actually do and what points you earn, depending on what rage attacks you choose. Each rage attack has a color.
Yeah.
And
Each god has a color.
Each god has a color, and each rage attack has a color. And what do you know? They match. So if you use certain rage attacks, you will earn a certain god's favor.
Yeah.
And again, you will earn extra favor if you play against certain bosses. I don't know if you know this, but if you go into the description, the bigger description of a boss, you will see that the description ends with hates Odin, hates Idun. That means that if you play against that boss, you'll earn even more favor.
Points.
Yeah.
If you win.
If you win, you have to win. If you defeat those bosses, you gain extra favor for certain gods.
Yeah. So basically, here you can see that all of the gods are inactive, except 2 of them that are active. It means that I've leveled up with them, so I should go check them out.
Yeah.
In order to do that, we have 6 gods, 6 doors. You can see their faces on the door.
Yeah.
And you can also see, if you pay attention, you can also see the symbol of the rages on the door.
Yeah, so they match.
So they match. So you have matching colors, matching symbols in Valhalla on the doors. Loki, of course, is with poison. We have Hel that does Berserk. You can see the Berserk icon that you can also see in the game. We have Freya that does what? Slow. You can see the snail here. We have Thor that does Mighty Blow. Of course, you can see color and the matching color and the symbol. Odin is with shield here.
I don't think we
And you can see the
Idun
with
Resurrection.
resurrection. So I have two. I have level up with 2 gods, Idun or Loki. Let's go Loki because I like Loki more than Idun.
You also have more levels with him. What do? You step in front of the gate, you activate it, and what does it do? It takes you right up to the gods, and each god has its own separate scene, its own room. And you get these items. And
these cards that you can
they show up as cards, yeah.
reveal using A. So what I got here is for level 1, I get Loki's colors. For level 2, I get the pauldrons. I can customize it right here. As you can see, I have new on both colors and shoulders.
Now people will be asking, do these items affect my stats? Will I deal more damage? Will I be a better player if I do this?
It's only cosmetics.
And it's
right?
purely cosmetic. No,
Cosmetic.
we won't be affecting statistics. So we try to keep the game as balanced as possible.
Yeah.
And we try not to, favor certain players.
But I can say, we can say that something is coming that is gonna satisfy your appetite for stats.
Yeah.
And that's it.
Okay.
It's gonna be huge. It's gonna be awesome.
So you started customizing Ines. Ines has the shoulders, and you also colored her, right?
Yeah. So I have Loki colors. Of course, I had here
you
before
have
Freya's
colors.
Yeah. I like Loki best because.
So
it's
what
really-
can you do? You have color schemes. You have helmets, shoulders, weapons.
Let me
and-
see if I have any helmets.
No, not for Ines. This is another
weapons,
thing. Although
no
there are
backpack.
6 gods, they each have an individual relation character. So even if you reach like level 3 with Loki, it's gonna be level 3 for that particular character, not for all characters.
Yeah. So what I can show you, I think I have a level. I have maxed up Krampus,
Oh yeah, yeah.
so I can show you.
I think I'm gonna go.
Yeah, sure.
Oh, yeah,
go
Mario
ahead.
has a
Half
train
an hour.
living.
Yeah, sorry.
Thank you,
It's
Mario.
been a pleasure.
Thank you for joining. See you around. Like
All right.
tomorrow.
Tomorrow, yeah. All right, guys, we're gonna let Mario's go.
He left.
He left. All right.
Okay.
Let me show you how you can customize. You can also customize your Vikings here. So I think I have maxed up.
Oh yeah, damn, you have all the colors.
Yeah. So I think I will go full Thor because I like Thor. As you can see, there are many helmets. Let me go through the shoulders. All right. Weapons and back flags. What's up with the weapons?
You didn't choose
Yeah,
the weapon.
alright.
Yeah.
So I'm now full Thor, but of course I can go like full nuts and
Yeah, you can mix them up.
you can mix them up as much as you like. And colors like whatever. And I'm this guy now.
Yeah, your
that's-
wardrobe man
Wardrobe man, yeah. Alright.
and clipping man.
What else? What's next? I think it's
Right.
so you have seen us playing like bosses, playing like Viking, show you combos, showing you bosses' abilities, rage attacks.
We have okay. I want to talk about this one very important aspect of the game. We used it before. We used it to showcase.
Oh, the custom game.
The custom game, exactly. So we have this thing. When you first try to start up a game, you have this choice of normal games like joint, host, or custom. Custom is a special mode we made up so you guys can tweak the game. I mean,
Yeah.
we designed a standard game which we called Quick Match, but what we wanted to do is open up all the parameters to what a game of Bossgard is about. So, for
And
instance,
we have more parameters than we have here.
yeah, of
but
course, of course.
these
This
are-
this is like a first iteration of the custom game mode.
Yeah.
But what you can do with this menu is
Yeah, just go through the
Yeah.
tabs.
what you can do. You can see you can select the boss. So this is
Bye, Mario.
goodbye.
Bye.
Have a good evening. This will be forever in the
Yeah.
records.
It's okay.
Okay. So you can choose particular bosses that will be part of the game or not. You can that goes.
Can you please go back a little bit? So one thing we have found out about this type of selection is that players think that initially here nothing is selected. The thing is that everything is selected. When
Yeah.
you go click, when it goes click,
It's out.
it's out. So basically this is
If they're grayed out, they're not gonna be part of the
this
match.
means we're only gonna have Barbut as a
Yeah,
boss.
so if you host a custom game and you see this screen right here as we set it up, it means that anybody joining won't be able to choose a different boss other than Barbut.
Yeah, the thing is behind this choice was the idea that if you just go to the custom game and you do nothing, you'll get,
The regular game.
The regular
which
game,
is obvious.
and then you're gonna start like adjusting,
So the tweaking starts from
Yeah. The regular game, not
yeah.
from scratch.
No. Okay.
Just
So this is the
select
first screen.
one
So
boss.
let's say I want to make my own game, and now there are two aspects of the custom game, and there are two reasons we made this custom game mode. One is allowing players to come up with their own rules, and those rules can come up from banning or allowing certain characters or empowering them in various ways, such as picking their ability cooldowns and stuff like that. So, for instance, I can have a game with only the jackhammer, and I can kick everybody out except Krampus. So now if I boot the if I start the game.
Yeah, but remember you have to hit X to apply. You have to use that button. If you go back or exit,
yeah, exactly.
That's it. You have to remake the game, right?
Okay.
And you also have a revert.
Oh yeah, you can reset the values for each
tab.
Each individual tab. Okay.
So remember, revert is not for the whole thing.
No.
It's only for the current tab, but apply is for the whole thing.
Okay. So I want a game, and I want
just make one. Just make
this
one.
game of mine. I want it to have only the jackhammer. I want my Vikings to be Krampus, and that's it. I don't want them to have Resurrect, for instance. Maybe I don't like Resurrect. Maybe I don't like these other abilities. One condition is that at least one rage needs to be active.
Yeah.
Now this is the more interesting screen because this is the only part of the game where you can tweak the party size.
Yeah.
By default, the game has 5 Vikings versus 1 boss, but through this screen, I can actually lock certain slots.
Yeah, if they're disabled, no one can join.
Yeah, no one can join. I can actually.
So we should explain like the drop-down list.
Okay, so the first thing when you press A, you will see this drop-down menu, and it has 3 categories. You have anyone, which basically means open. So if anybody joins your game, it will be they will be able to fill in that slot. If it's disabled,
if anyone but no player joins, you'll get a default bot.
Oh yeah. So
random bot.
Yeah. Okay. So anyone is either a player or a random bot if no players are available. Disabled means that no bots, no players, nobody can join that slot, and this is the main way in which you can tweak the party size.
That's right.
And if you have this specific scenario in mind and you want certain bots to play instead of players, you can use this list. And this it locks in a certain bot. So if I want Duke and Duke only, I can use this setup. And what more do these settings do is that they override.
Actually, it's an override for you.
Yeah, they also override the character roster. So I can tell that I can tell my game to allow my players to play only certain characters, but my bots can play any characters I want, and they can use any rage they want. So I can make a game only with Dukes, but I can ban my players from using Duke. So only the bots are Duke, for instance, and they can you can override the bans through this menu. But I won't be doing that. I want a game.
It's also true for the boss, right?
Exactly.
You cannot disable the boss slot because you need the boss to
these bots options. They're overrides for anything you set up over here. So the first 2 tabs will be overwritten by the lineup. Now, the Viking settings. We have Viking settings and boss settings, and these are the 4 most important parameters we decided to allow tweaking of. And
just for the start, right?
Yeah, just for the start, exactly. This is like level 1 custom game mode.
But you can do a lot of stuff with it. I mean, you can have games that last like 5 seconds. Or hours. Hours.
You can come up with a game that.
What's the longest game we have done with this one?
1 hour and a half.
One hour and a half.
We maxed out the Viking lives and the health, and
every Viking had.
And they were all healers.
Healers, right?
Yeah. So that.
So you can do like.
So that went from an average of 5 minutes to 1.5 hours, which was crazy.
Yeah.
Anyway. Why do I want Krampus? I like his ability. I want him to use his ability all the time. So I'm gonna knock down his cooldown to 1.
Yeah, so for ability and rage, this is the amount. So for ability, this is the amount of time it takes, right?
Yeah.
Can you go back?
Yeah.
To
here, over here.
Alright, so ability, here you can. The ability cooldown, it means how many seconds until
does
the
it
next
take before they can use their ability?
So if you go down, it means
they can use it on the spot. The moment the game starts, they can use their ability.
And rage is the other way around.
How much damage do you need to?
It's basically how much rage do I get with one hit.
Exactly.
So
exactly,
here is like
exactly.
10 times as much.
So in like 2 hits you can fill up your bar.
Yeah, so it's
as
gonna be like
to,
super mega fast.
Okay. These are obvious. You have the individual Viking health. And we have this in increments. We don't have them like in values like 500,
It's
510.
how many times? So
Yeah, so you have the base value times that much.
Right.
So you have 2 times, 3 times, whatever, or the standard value, which is 1, of course.
Number of lives.
The number of lives is anything from 0 to 50. If you combine that, if you have like 50 lives and 10 times the health, you get like 2-hour games. It's more than enough Bossgard for anybody.
All right. For the bosses is
same thing,
the same, right?
Same settings. What the main difference is that ability refers to the utility abilities the bosses have, so that this also affects dispel, healing, and
so
traps.
Basically, if you look at the game, there is not a perfect mirror, but a mirror between the Viking rage and ability, and bosses rage and ability.
Yeah, definitely.
So bosses have to do damage to get rage, Vikings have to do damage to get rage, and all their abilities are time based, right?
Yeah, exactly.
Cooldown. So basically you get the same modifiers here, is like how many times slower or faster do you want the ability to be gained, or the rage to be gained. So it's mirror. So if you get the Vikings, you'll get the bosses. That's simple.
Yeah. This is obvious. This is the difficulty level for both the Vikings and the bosses. By default, they're set to medium, but you can make them dumb. You can also ban or allow certain maps as you can do with characters. Yeah. So if you like one map in particular, if you want to play once,
play it over and over.
So if I do this, there's a difference. If I do this, I have 2 maps, the players will be able to choose. If I did this and there's only one map, the game starts directly in that map.
Don't forget to hit apply, because otherwise...
Hitting apply. So, but I don't like Robot Graveyard. I'm gonna go for Shroom Arena. Right. Okay, so let's recap. We have Krampus, and Krampus is the only
Go for the bosses first.
The only boss is Jackhammer. The only Vikings playable are Krampus. We have I disabled Resurrect and Berserk, but this doesn't matter because we don't have any ranged Vikings.
Exactly.
The lineup means that we have 4 player slots, 2 are disabled.
One boss, 3 Vikings.
Yeah, I can actually do this. I can add a different character that can
just to mess things up.
Yeah, so I have overridden the settings. I'll have Maxim even though they're banned. The Vikings, I can give them more lives. I like their abilities and I want to see those abilities all the time. What you'll be seeing in the following moments is Krampus's using...
Don't forget to...
Not forgetting, no. So
not forget to hit that
if I use ability on one and I have Krampus will be whirlwinding all the time.
Yeah.
Okay? And I'm gonna set apply. Here we go. Is this the right button? It is, right? Okay, applying. So as you can see, we have one locked bot Maxim.
Yeah. So if I join, I cannot join on the Maxim slot because
it's locked.
It is locked. So you can see the lock and the AI there. That means it can only be played by that AI. It's gonna only be AI.
Yeah.
But I can be both bot, both boss, and
because I allowed
Viking,
it. I opened the slots.
You didn't close the boss slot.
So if I join boss, you'll notice that I cannot choose any other boss other than Jack, because those are my settings. And I can log that in. And
that's it.
This will be a custom game, and it will start directly into Shroom Arena because I didn't give the players any choice.
The custom game is a very powerful tool that you can use to tweak the parameters. If you think that the game is not balanced, you can go in and try it up, like make your own version of a balanced game. Yeah, you can either rebalance the normal game or you can create your own mini games. Super mega crazy with it, yeah. As you can see, we as Vikings can trigger instantaneously our
You can now, yeah, you
ability.
can keep using the ability. Maxim is always big now. So there's a lot of stuff you can do. And we plan on extending this custom game, right?
Yeah. I mean, one thing we want to add is other parameters here that are more like fine, like more subtle, like how much damage the rage does, how much damage the basic attack does, movement speed, yeah, and stuff like that. I mean, you could basically do a mod, arguably.
Yeah, this is like borderline modding.
Yes, you don't have an edit. I mean, that's an editor for a type of modding that we're allowing at the moment.
Yeah.
One thing that we want to add is making your own skins for weapons and armor and shoulders. So basically, we were thinking about opening up the textures for those,
Okay.
and you can like go full crazy on colors and make your pink Thor's helmet or whatnot, Thor's weapon that's pink or what.
I'm actually losing. I'm losing to spinning Krampuses.
Yeah, but you weren't playing. So.
I'm playing. This
You
has
weren't.
been-
You were talking it.
I'm not playing with my mouse. So. Anyway, I'm losing.
Yeah. I mean, don't expect if you fiddle with the parameters. Don't expect the
Yeah.
games to be fair and just.
We realize that balancing is a matter of personal taste. So even if you get Bossgard and you feel that the game is too fast or too slow or too unbalanced, you custom game to from games, and it's all fair. It's nothing to
I
be
mean,
ashamed of.
it's as fair as you want it to be.
Yeah.
Okay, what's next? What's next?
Well, we've been talking about balance and we've been talking about all this kind of stuff, and these are actually things that are in in a constant motion. They're things we keep working on, and this is another aspect we should be talking about.
The early access, right?
The early access, yeah. If you noticed, our game has been released in early access.
If you buy the game and you didn't notice that
Yeah.
the game is in early access, let me tell you that Bossgard is an early access game, so that means we're gonna perfect it. We're gonna grow it together.
It's a work
with
in
you.
progress. It's a work in. It doesn't mean the game is broken. It doesn't mean the game is incomplete. It means
As you can see, I mean, you've seen that the game is.
The core gameplay is there. The characters are there. Everything is working. There are no major game-breaking bugs.
I mean, there are no bugs. There's a couple of bugs that we're working on that.
Yeah, we have some very specific bugs have shown up, but we're still investing in it. Anyway, doesn't matter. The game
but yeah,
is there.
The words are early access.
Early access and work in progress. It's
so it's your moment.
It's a constantly
to come together with us.
Yeah.
And try to build a better game. That's how I see early access. So early access is our bet that together with you guys we can make Bossgard better, right?
Better, and yeah, as opposed to us staying in our dev cave and just it's gonna be great, it's gonna be great, it's gonna be the perfect game, and then when you release it, you figure out it's not. Also, we're a small team, so the more help we can get from you guys, the better, because we don't have the resources to test all the possible combinations the game.
Yeah, that's why we did the custom game, right?
Exactly, yeah.
So you can fiddle around
we'll
with
keep
the parameters.
patching and we'll keep updating, but if there are very specific things you can do yourselves, that's where custom game
please make sure either you join our Discord channel.
Oh yeah, definitely.
Or go through the discussion forums that we've made on Steam. We have special forums for ideas, for bugs.
On Discord, you can find other players. We have a few dedicated fans who are online and can. So we'll be posting links to all our social media accounts.
Yeah.
So you can get in touch.
I mean, you can get in touch with us in so many ways.
Yeah.
Please do get in touch and let us know
And
what you think.
we also stream like 2 times a week or something like that. Where
maybe 3 times,
maybe
because we
even
have
more.
Monday meetups where we share what we're gonna do this week. We have the Wednesday build.
Yeah.
If we have a build, we have the Friday play with devs.
So
can
you
play
have
with us.
all these opportunities. You can get in touch with us. You can see
Yeah.
us face to face. We're not. We're there. We're humans. We're working. We're trying to improve this product. We're not somewhere in the Caribbean running away with your money.
Yeah, we have a coffee machine that just went
Yeah,
off.
our coffee machine just went off. And listen to its wonderful.
All right,
wonderful
let's
song.
let's go deeper into the early access thing, right?
Right. So we've been live for like what, almost a month now.
3 weeks.
3 weeks.
3
Yeah,
weeks,
we're
3
closing
weeks.
in on a month, and it's been great. We've been getting a lot of feedback,
Yeah,
both positive and negative.
and we're gonna go through it.
Yeah, we're
in
gonna
a
go
bit.
through it in a bit. This is our disclaimer that we're not a large team. This is our passion project, and whatever we intend to do is gonna take a bit of time, but we are working. It's alive. Bossgard is a living thing.
It's a living thing.
It's a living thing.
It lives.
It lives.
It lives.
Exactly. Right. So, since we opened up the early access discussion and about feedback, what shall we do? Should we?
Let's say where we're at the moment.
Where we at? Okay. So
We have 10 Vikings, 5 bosses,
exactly.
10 maps, plus Valhalla,
Yeah.
the progression
There's a
thingy where you
progression
can.
system. Yeah.
So we have like for each Viking we have 6 types of full armor sets that include color schemes, shoulders, helmets, weapons, and back flags.
Mhm.
So it's a lot for you to discover in like what was the fastest full armor set that we got, like
Oh, I chose Magnus, and I played only Magnus, and I got hold of all the items like 6 hours. But
all the items to all the gods.
no, just one god, just 4. So
Yeah.
I did.
So I think we have a guy on our Discord server, right, that spent more than 30 hours to get them all.
almost 40 hours. Yeah, so
Almost
you get
40.
like 40 hours to get all the current items in the game.
So it's a lot, especially if you play online with
Yeah.
with people that can your ass.
Right.
And I mean, we did announce, right, our next major
Yeah,
milestone.
we have an upcoming content update. We announced it on our Steam community.
Yeah, so we're gonna have like boss customization. It's also gonna be based on the gods.
Mhm.
So each boss can get 6 color schemes for himself, maybe itself, and its minions. It's first stage, second stage.
Yeah.
So you
Yep.
basically get 2 levels for 6 gods for 5 bosses. This coming in the next couple of weeks, right?
Less than that.
Yeah. We wanted to like.
It's the first content update under a month from launch.
Yeah, exactly. So I will not say next week, but in the next couple of weeks we're
Yeah.
gonna have it
Okay.
up and running. We're gonna have some cool new stuff on the multiplayer side. We're gonna add regions, so you guys could choose your region and play with your region mates rather than play with people that are other side of the globe and
Keeping
have
lag to a minimum.
yeah
if
latency
possible.
issues. We're also looking into a spectator late join thingy.
Oh, drop in, drop out kind of thing. Right?
Yeah, so you should be able. I mean, we're working on it. I'm not sure if it's feasible to do it in our first major milestone, but we're working on let you guys join in a playing game as a spectator.
Yeah.
So you don't have to wait for the game to be finished and for the players to be in the lobby for
One of the bits of negative feedback we've been getting is that you cannot currently rebind your controls, and that is something also adding to the game. Yeah, if you get a game right now, you won't be able to rebind your controls, but it's in the works.
I'm not sure if it's gonna make it in the first.
Yeah, it's probably not gonna make it in the first content update, but
Yeah.
it's happening. We're updating the game on a month-to-month basis, something like that.
Yeah,
more or less.
Yeah, so we're gonna do major updates.
Yeah, we have both major content updates
One
and
per
small
month.
hotfixes, incremental updates.
And we're also taking in feedback, like there's a couple of guys slash girls that told us about how to balance things,
Yeah.
and they gave us, because they use the custom game mode,
Yeah.
and
So
they
balance is also a constant battle.
yeah, so we use those information to like balance the game out, but do expect things to like shift from left to right. Be not constantly, but there is an active search for the pure balance.
Yeah.
And there's no thing as a such as pure balance, so we're not gonna make it. I know we're gonna not gonna be
Because
able to
balance
make...
is a matter of personal taste.
Exactly, exactly. So
I mean, you may hit a certain level of balance, like a win ratio between vaccines and bosses, but then maybe you have players who want to feel that them losing more might be better, or them losing
Exactly,
less
so-
might be.
so there are small updates that we're doing maybe each week. So expect small tweaking here and there, but in general we want to do like one big update per month.
Yeah.
So in this update again, it's gonna be bosses, customization, regions, and maybe late join like a spectator in a game.
Yeah.
And yeah, I mean it's gonna be pretty big. Oh, and two new maps with two new traps.
Yeah. We're getting that.
So we have a ice map, we have a fire map, and
anyway, things are happening. We're working on a game. It's actually this is one of the negative feedback we've been getting, that not enough content, and this is something we keep working on. Content will be.
well, it's coming. It's in the works.
It's coming. Yeah. Also, word to the wise, we won't be doing microtransactions. We won't be doing paid DLCs. Anything that goes in the game, no matter how big or small, will be free. I mean, part of the basic package.
Yeah. One other thing is that we have everything up for grabs, so you don't get any locked content.
No.
So, I mean, there are people that are telling us you should do like locked content or maybe transactions or whatnot.
They're basically asking for progression, but there are smarter ways to handle progression. This is,
I mean, I feel that you should be able to like really play the game and not like use currency or money to unlock it. So
this is something we really care about. It's a casual game. So Bossgard is not Diablo. It's not something you go into and you have to spend 40 hours before you can get your character or something like that. No, it's something. It's a game. It's a product. We want you to have access to immediately. If you get this and you want to play it with your friends, you don't have to come up with excuses like, oh, you have to grind 10 levels before you unlock your character, or stuff like that. It's not it's not a loot game. It's not. Yes, there are swords, yes, there are axes, and there are monsters, but it's a party game. It's a casual game. Something relaxing.
Yeah, I mean, think about it. If you want to just get in and play, then like a local party game, then Bossgard is a game. If you want to go online and play, like, I mean, you don't have to grind to get the level 10 axe, because without it you playing like shit or whatever. So it's what we want to do is like let people in as fast as possible, to as much content as possible without like not progression but unlockables, like
no grinding.
loot
We
boxes.
want to avoid grinding. We really want to
But
avoid grinding.
I mean, we heard the people that said we want to feel the achievement that we progressed, right? Like
Yeah.
we're gonna progress, and we're gonna add that, but we want to make it as interactive as possible. So it's not just like grinding, because grinding is not fun. It's,
Yeah, we have.
I mean,
We know we can find a smarter solution to that.
I mean, we
There are better ways of earning stuff.
we do have a solution to that, and it's gonna take us maybe 1 to 2 months to implement.
Yeah.
But once it's there, I hope you're gonna love it, because it's so light on the grinding, and so, I mean, it's fair, right?
Yeah, exactly.
We're not asking you like, please spend your money or X amount of hours just to be able to enjoy the game, right?
Yeah.
It's gonna be fair. You're gonna enjoy the game, at the same time you're gonna feel like you're.
Should we move on to our?
Let's show
Okay,
them the
let's go.
reviews, right?
So we have been getting reviews. So we have been getting feedback, and you can see this feedback on our Steam page, on our store page, and the feedback has been wonderful. You have been getting rich, constructive feedback, both negative and positive.
Yeah.
So
there's no such thing as bad feedback.
No.
Everything feedback is good.
As long as people are able to argue their reasons, that's valuable feedback.
Yeah.
I mean, if you get a negative feedback saying like, "Oh, I don't like blue," and your game has blue, that's not telling us much. But if you come and say, "Oh, it's too hard," or it's too easy, or I want deeper combat, or I feel like maybe if you do characters like in that game, that gives us something to work with. And so far, players have been great. And
one of the most, I mean, not usual, but the things that pop up most about negative feedback is that there are not enough players online.
Yeah.
So, I mean, Bossgard is a small game. We don't pretend to like be Fortnite or.
No, we're not Blizzard. We're not. Yeah.
But there is a community, and there are people that want to play and that play. That we have them on our Discord, and they are like regular players. They have like 70+ hours playing Bossgard online. But there are a couple of issues with the multiplayer that have been like discussed, and we want to address it. One is like regions. One thing now is that if you play with someone that's far away from you, you will have lag issues. So Bossgard is a direct connect, so it's a peer-to-peer connection. So we don't have servers. No. We are a small indie company, right? We're using Photon Bolt. That's pretty awesome. It's very good for direct connections, peer-to-peer. And it's working well if you are in the same region. If you are not, and there's like a huge difference.
The network relies on relay servers, and they're pinpointed across the world.
And it matters if if the relay server is in Europe and you are in Europe, but the other guy is in Japan. It might not go so well. So what we're doing with our next update, we're gonna let players choose their own region.
Yeah.
So this will
hopefully lower lag.
Latency.
But yes, keep in mind that we're a small game, and we already started building a community, but we need a larger community for you guys to have that player base, player base.
We're working on it.
Yeah, we're working on it, and maybe you can help us spread the word. I mean, if you like the game, recommend it. I mean, try to help us.
Just like a teasing thing, we're also gonna add something that lets you play like a PvE single player that's gonna translate to the multiplayer.
Yeah.
So there's another incentive that we're gonna add, like a game mode where you can get stuff that you can carry with you into the multiplayer, and that's gonna impact the way you play. So that's all I can say right now, but we're pretty hyped on it. I mean, it's a design thing that we've had since before the launch. We now have time to implement it.
Yeah.
So yeah, we're pretty hyped about it. I hope you guys are gonna love it, but it's gonna take maybe 2 months to see it happen.
Yeah. So our main resource is time. We need time. We're not slacking around. We're not cash grabbing bastards. We just need time to work on the project. And yeah, again, this is why we decided to go into early access, because we wanted to expose this project earlier rather than later. Because the more feedback we get from you guys, the better the game is gonna be. So
what else we get? Oh yeah, the combat system.
Oh yeah, the combat system.
That's not deep enough, like really Dark Souls like thingy with extreme loot. And so when we started making Bossgard, we decided to do like a lightweight casual fighter, right? So we have friends that play it with their kids.
Oh yeah.
And it's very easy for a kid to just jump into and grab the controls and play.
Start whacking at
and
enemies.
He or she don't have to think about skill trees or classes or whatever, and leveling up and grinding. And so we basically wanted to make a game that's easy to get in. It's about fighting bosses. Be a boss that's in a fight, feeling bossy, and not worry about what skills, not doing the math with damages. And so we have a pretty basic combat. You just dodge and attack, but we also added, as you have seen, like
you have rage abilities, you have special abilities.
So we have offensive attacks, we have
and there's
support.
also the layer of teamwork, which comes on top of everything.
And of course, the bosses have counter attacks, so they can counter. Like basically, a good teamwork can be countered by the boss if he uses wisely the abilities. So there is depth. There is some degree of customization, progression. There's gonna be a new mode with a new
spin.
Exactly, a new spin that we're not gonna talk about right now.
We're gonna cover it in our future updates.
Yeah. So you have casual, but hopefully we have enough meaty attacks or like meaty mechanics that can satisfy even a hardcore player that wants to play with his kids.
So this is why we're holding this. This is why we're talking about the game now, because we want to make it as clear as possible for future buyers. What's the kind of product they might be getting?
Yeah. So basically, if you watch the stream for one end to the other, hopefully we will have convinced you about the game is about. So
what the game is about, what we're about. So this is the very, very long story of what this game is about.
This is a very long story about why you should buy or not buy.
Exactly. So we're gonna go into our final segment. Is the big question: should I buy the game? And this is up to you. This is up to you. Our job is to provide the product and to present it in as much of an honest light as possible.
After me, this was like a very honest presentation of the game.
This is us. We're part of the team. This is our project.
We're not selling bullshit. Right? What you see is what you get. We went through the stages. We showed you the bosses game. We showed you the Vikings.
This is the feel of the game. Again, once more, you'll get what Bossgard is a 5 versus 1 multiplayer game with asymmetrical team
where you can play the boss.
You can play the boss versus your friends who are playing as a team of Vikings or vice versa. It's casual, it's light, it's fast, it's hectic. You can get lost in it, fine, that's valid.
It's very cool to play with your kids.
You can play with your kids, which is, yeah.
They go bananas.
They go,
especially after the bread. So
yeah, they like the bread, they like the colors.
Yeah.
Right. So what's let's say what Bossgard it's not. So it's not Diablo 4. It's
No,
not Diablo.
no, it's not.
It's not Diablo 4.
It's not Call of Duty, right?
It's not Call of Duty. It's not World of Warcraft. It's not Fortnite.
It's not even Witcher.
It's not even Witcher. So it's not even Witcher. God
Not-
damn it.
Not
CD
even
Projekt
Cyberpunk.
Red.
Yeah.
Not even Cyberpunk. So it's a casual game. It's a casual game. It's a work in progress casual game. It's an
Yeah.
early access. The game will keep growing. We only ask that you're a bit patient. We are taking in all the feedback you guys are providing. We're not deaf. We're not absent. We're not in the Bahamas spending all our money.
Yeah, we're in Romania, by the way.
Yeah, we're Romanian. Hi, we're from Bucharest. Right. So we're working on the game.
We should tell them what we want to add. So we want to add to our lineup of 5 bosses, 10 Vikings, 10 maps. We
Yeah.
want to add 5 more bosses, 5 more Vikings, 10 more maps. And in our first update, we're gonna add 2 more maps
Yeah.
and the boss custom.
And again, since we access our future bosses, we want to develop them alongside you guys.
Yeah, and of course the Vikings. So one thing about the Vikings we missed.
Oh yeah.
They are coming from specific parts of the world. So we have Canadian Vikings,
Canadian
we have
Vikings, Jamaican Vikings,
Jamaican
German
Vikings.
Vikings. Anyway,
German Vikings. Like that's like a redundancy. Right?
so are Danish Vikings.
Yeah,
but
then
whatever. Anyway, this is a game which is more than open to input.
Yeah.
And this is the best time you can get in on the game. This is the best time you can talk to us because we still have a lot to do and we're very open.
And yeah, we're gonna start making bosses.
We're gonna start making bosses and want to make them
And
with
that's
you guys.
when your input matters.
Yeah.
Because we have some crazy ideas. We've gotten some very strange and interesting ideas from you guys.
Yeah, we showcased before, and you
Yeah,
can
this
find
is
them
pretty
on
cool.
our Steam community, on our Steam discussions. But again, should I buy Bossgard or not? So if you want a fast game, a casual game, actually, should I be so bold as to call it, an innovative game because it's not more of the same. We actually feel that it's not more of the same.
Yeah, it's not more of the same, and that's a bonus and both an issue because people do not have something to relate to.
Yeah.
So I mean, if you played Evolved, think like a couch party game that can be played online. Evolved, right?
Yeah.
Like really very fast paced with Vikings and stuff that you can find in your house, like
Yeah.
slice of bread or plungers or whatnot. But for me, one of the best moments about showcasing Bossgard was when I saw my friends that have kids playing with their kids
Yeah, that's fun actually.
and seeing them like so surpassed by their kids.
They
like-
were so passionate, but they were so passionate about the game.
Yeah, so imagine like a hardcore like enemy territory multiplayer player like Overwatch, like you name it, getting beaten by
His small daughter.
yeah, like it's cool. So
And somehow Bossgard, I mean, it has this potential of going beyond age.
yeah, definitely,
So,
definitely. So
It's not about the adult being able to do math better than the kid. Oh, sorry, honey, you lost because you didn't have the proper sword, or no.
Yeah.
In this game, you can have your daughter smacking you as a giant slice of bread, and that's
it.
that's it.
It's about having fun in the end, right? So like
It's
just-
lighthearted. It's casual. It's so if you're looking for that next hardcore looter game, it's not it. Move on. You have many other titles you can support that do that, but it's not this. This is fun. This is meant to be played with your friends. this is a very good addition, we believe, to a local setup library. I mean, if you have games which you enjoy with your friends, we feel Bossgard is it.
I mean, you can play them. There's one thing that we haven't showed. You can actually play with your Steam friends through our lobby.
Yeah,
You
yeah.
can invite your Steam friends.
Yeah.
It's something that we're gonna show later, but there's a button. If you look
Yeah, yeah.
on the interface in the lobby, you can invite your friends, and you can also see your friends are playing Bossgard by looking at the server list. There you see you will see like a green Viking icon that show that.
It's easy to jump into. We want to enable our players to get in the game in as many ways as possible. So it's not only local, it's not only online, it's both. It's also, by the way, we've been saying this a lot. We've been talking about multiplayer, but one of the questions we've been getting is, well, I don't have friends. Is Bossgard right for me? It can be. We have bots. You can play with bots. You have the custom game. You can tweak the game.
And we also have online sessions.
We have online sessions. You can join. There, yes, there aren't that many players online, but the community is growing.
Yeah,
so
I mean, we usually have 1 or 2 servers online almost every other day.
Yeah.
So you can play with us. If you don't have friends, just come and play with us. Join our Discord server and start shouting, "I want to play!" And we're gonna like start a server or join your server. And yeah, I mean, we're doing that. We're doing this like on a daily basis. We're jumping in, playing with our player base, right?
Yeah.
So this is something we're doing every day. So yeah, just don't be shy. Just if you don't have friends, go on our Discord and
make some.
Make some.
You can make some on our Discord. Anyway.
Do we have anything else?
Amazing. Has been it basically. This has been the long story.
These are one of my friends.
One of your friends. A very nice friend. Yeah, we should have him in Bossgard and give him teeth.
Tea. We're out of tea.
We're out of tea. Anyway. Again, should I buy the game? This has been our case. We made our case.
It's up to you to decide.
It's up to you. 5 versus 1, 6 players, multiplayer, casual game, casual hack and slash game.
I mean, if you ask me, you should buy the game.
Yeah, definitely. But
you will not get any game that's like our game. Is this an argument?
Only if you're looking for this kind of game.
Right.
Okay. Thank you very much for having the patience to to follow us, to watch us. We have Nico joining again. One more Sand Sailor joining the team.
Hello.
Hi.
Hi.
Right.
So I'm here to say goodbye.
You're in for the. Okay.
All right.
Bye.
Well, thank you very much. Check out the game. If you want more information or if you want to see more footage of the game, YouTube is chock full of it. There's a lot of Bossgard gameplay on YouTube.
Let's play. And
we're also streaming on a daily basis. You can see gameplay there.
Okay.
Okay. So you have all the tools required to make an informed decision. So
and yeah, Nico is telling us that we should end it.
It's been a long session.
All right. Just hit that button and I mean, see you in Bossgard, right?
Yeah, see you in Bossgard. Thank you very, very much for watching. For those of you